Oh, come on. We're gonna do this every time now? Every game is gonna be... I haven't even gotten into the game. Are you kidding me? Quality great? No, like extreme. I have a fancy new computer. So not only are you resetting my progress, because it's a new computer, as in even if I try to transfer the save file over, which I went and found the save, or at least I found the files for this. You're flipping kidding me with the... Okay. Is it game capture is the thing that needs to be resized? No. Okay, game capture appears to be the right size. Maybe. Shoot, I do need to get two... I do need to get two monitors that are the same size. Also, hello, hello. I was not expect. I was like, this is later than I usually started. It's a Sunday anyway. I can't. Really? We're gonna run into problems before I even start the game. That it's not gonna size this correctly, and then on top of that, we're also gonna reset the game too. I made some flippant progress, but if I change the size of this, and I hit apply. The worst scenario, the worst option. It doesn't fit the screen and it doesn't fit my monitor. Okay, big fancy screen. I even tried. I was like, okay, I have all the files. And this is what I was surprised about. I was like, I'm pretty sure Steam was not giving me cloud save. Steam. Like, it knows that I played for 17 hours here. And I was like, I guess it doesn't have cloud save. I do have an ability to boot up my other computer. I guess I could boot up the other computer and run it off of that. But I'm like, no, can you just transfer the files? That's what I was looking at, but... Well, okay, I guess if we're talking about that, I did mess with it. That wasn't actually the issue. I did a little bit of debugging today and found that the problem was actually the yeah, okay, and then it's gonna take forever to load things while it's also loading things. So okay, yeah, you can see it has no cloud save. These are just cursed. It's just cursed. All these cursed problems, but the so here the issue was that this does not match with this in terms of the so I was going off of this red arrow, this blue arrow, or at least trying to go off of those when this is actually doing an up and a right kind of thing. But I did manage to tweak it a little bit so that it's very close to working. I made like I'm almost excited, but I was trying to do like if I do it, it's another one of those like if I do a test of just a few bumpers that go in different directions and stuff, that it works just fine and it works consistently. That was the other issue the other one had, but it's like now it works consistently. I gotta get it to do multiple balls and stuff. But the problem here was that I think it's like if the bumpers are close to each other. Oops. There was a point where the ball I think was getting off of the grid basically. So I just need to figure out how to snap it to the grid. But yeah, it finally looks like it's working and consistently. So can't you spin it 180 degrees on one of the axes? Kinda. It's just because the it's how I did the model. The because if I spin this to match up with the parent model so that the red and the blue are the right direction. Then it's facing the wrong way. I guess I could spin this to... But yeah, basically this model here and this model here were not exported the same way, so... But spin it again. And again and again. But yeah, as you saw, the red arrows and the blue arrows matching up there with the parent object. I got it working. I don't know if it'll bite me in the butt to change that, but yeah. So right now it's going off of it's just looking at the parent object. So if I move things around, that might cause issues. But now that it's actually looking at the correct object, it's doing the code correctly. This isn't even what I wanted to mess with. I wanted to mess with getting over it. Except this is also not resizing and... But I finally feel like I got progress on Blanc, which is surprising. And I was hoping to do the same thing here. Yeah, okay, so you're going to be sized correctly in full screen, but then if I go back over to the game... Well, I'm just messing with options anyway. I guess I could use the rest. I'll go do that. I don't... just because... Like, wait, there's also another update of... no, just give me my links on Linktree. Yeah, but I always get... No, not Linktree itself. My Linktree. Yeah, there we go. It's like, not this... I have a button. I have a button on my Stream Deck. I gotta remember that these things exist. Yeah, I think I gotta update the thumbnail. But... Let's see, how about a new merch shop? Because that's what I was doing this morning. I was like, instead of doing things like cleaning or buying groceries, like I probably should have done today, I instead was... yeah, okay, well, let me do it as a link. Instead of doing anything that I probably should have been doing or like anything I meant to do today, I instead went and made a merch shop. Okay, can you just stop showing the... There we go. Yeah, so pretty basic, but I have... Yeah, and they gave a free credit just to like try some of the products. So I got a sticker and a t-shirt. I don't know if I'll actually wear the t-shirt. I don't know if that's like, it's looking kind of like gray in that photo. But yeah, instead of doing anything, I poked at some game development a little bit, and I poked at making a merch shop for some reason. I was just very unfocused and did not do anything at all today. Which is also why I was like, here, let's play a game. Let's copy that. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go fight. Now that I showed off that I did just a very random series of things today, can I get this to... It's always so weird to like be moving this around on my screen a whole bunch, and you can't see it at all in OBS. Just the way it's capturing things. You really gonna... Does it apply? Why do you gotta be perfectly sized on my screen, and yet I don't... Yeah, but if I look at this size... Yeah, no, the capture's right, but then if I try to resize this... Oh, it's locked. Okay, there we go. If I unlock it... That's... Okay, I was like, they didn't seem to have an option for resizing. There we go. Now we lock it. And then I have to redo that again anyway when I hopefully get a new monitor. Or another monitor that is... No! I'm back here again. Okay, there we go. That only took me... 15 minutes isn't that bad. You can die in this game? I didn't know that. Why do they even have that? Everything else brings you back to, like, a starting point. That's wild. I didn't realize you could die in this game. I thought it was just you reset all your progress. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm mostly just hanging out here because you don't get to come back to this area. Once you jump over the wall there, there's no coming back. I think that's about as far that way as I'm gonna get. Man, the game was saying this should take like, I don't know, maybe 5 hours. I'm like, oh no. I think I've only gotten about halfway when I was super lucky, and that took me 15. So, I am 3 times below the average. Oh no.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home.
Oh, I could bump up the volume, especially because this game is quiet.
Spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino, and then put all your winnings on red, but it came up black.
This is what I remember.
If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding, and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend, and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
I've gone away and come back many times before.
With me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress always, even your mistakes.
No, you won't. I just proved that.
To a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazero, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Wasn't that Rage games? Or did they said more like...
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world
Yeah,
or
that
in
game
real
is
life,
very
has
rough.
certain
I've seen a
essential
little bit
properties
of
that
it.
give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is
Very
guaranteed.
pixelated, very awkward.
Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's
This
a
game
sense of
does look a
truth
lot
in
better
that
than
lack of
Sexy Hiking.
compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely
Yeah, and
confident in
excellent
your
doesn't
ability to get
necessarily
through
look a
them
lot different.
once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real. The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of
This is why it took me 15 flipping hours
assembled into a world.
to
And
make
for the most part, that
progress.
hasn't happened.
God, I was so
Because the objects in the
excited. I
store
was
are
into a
trash.
new area
I don't mean they
where
look
I was
bad or
not
that
in a
they're badly
danger
made,
of falling
although
all
a
the
lot
way
of them
down
are.
again.
I mean they're trash
Some
in the
get
way
the
that food
cutback.
becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything
Well, this
around
game
us is
is,
cultural
like,
trash, trash becomes the
pretty
new
old,
medium,
too.
the lingua franca of the digital
The
age.
refuse is only
You
growing.
can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is
Yet
what
another
digital
bad game.
culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs,
All
Russian
of this is
dash cam
still,
vids,
applicable
discussions of McRibs,
today.
discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
Okay, they had too much fun with that slam poem rhyme there. Oh, we finally shut up. That means I really done goofed up. Now I get to be alone with my thoughts again. I'm the trash man. I get in the ring and I start throwing trash. As much as I'm behind on anime and everything else, I am up to date on It's Always Sunny. It helps that the episodes are 20 minutes long, so it just feels really easy to watch an episode and eat dinner. Took me a little bit to get into this last episode. Because they were doing kind of a drug analogy, but also, like, still keeping with like, it's actually peppers. Which was kind of interesting. Definitely a fun episode, though. It's always good when they get the whole gang together. I don't think anything's ever gonna transcend Charlie work, though. Because not only do I love Charlie on It's Always Sunny, but also the fact that it's a one-shot. Or one take, rather. Because I guess one-shot has a few different connotations. From... Well, I guess there's an RPG called one-shot. There's also one-shot tabletop RPGs as a thing. There's one shot, one opportunity. Don't miss your chance to to blow. If we're gonna go with an Eminem reference here too. There's also Pirate Software doing the only one. Okay, so I did have it at the right sensitivity. Yeah, I was just that the game jam for Pirate Software being only one, only a few years after GMTK did that as a theme. It's like, really? That's what you guys voted for? Was that? Yeah, that made it really easy to skip Pirate Software Jam. It's like, oh, okay. I've literally already done this. I already did a game jam with the theme of only one. Do I have any more ideas for that? Not really. And I feel like Titan Souls was even before GMTK did that. Unless it was out of the GMTK jam. I don't know. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm tempted to go with, like, a fighting game. Because that's what I did originally, was a fighting game with only one player. But I know there's also the, like, you could do a fighting game with only one health. Of which, I know there's a few of the, like, you have a sword and you would be like, ah, no. This is that beginner's luck, too. I got all the way up there, just fine, in the first run, and now I can't repeat it. It's recorded, though.
The vertical wall here has a way of getting it harder the more times you try it. I think
Well, I
anger
guess the
makes you
vertical
swing the
wall
hammer
here does
harder,
have
and that can push you away from the wall.
Thank you for the strategy lesson for the thing that I already overcame. Now, clearly you didn't overcome it, because here you are, at the wall. So. Is this a new game? A running game with only one leg? No, I've played Getting Over It a few times. But it is a new... I had to start over. There was no Steam save. There was no cloud save for this. So, I'm starting over. I'm just gonna ignore the sarcasm. Well, and I don't know what people tune in for either. If people have seen this or not. Or have seen me play this on the channel or not. So. A running game with only one leg. There is a pogo platformer. I don't recall the name of it. At least that's what it makes me think of. Is a pogo platformer. There we go. Awkward AF, but we going. And it had the music, it had the voice, it had the vibes, and then I just got up to the point of... Okay. This is just, chill? No. No chill. Oh, that might have been why I turned down the graphics a little bit. I'm just not a fan of that kind of blur. That always looks like it's trying too hard to me. So... Just one idea that came to mind is the mention of the theme of only one. Well, and that's the one you'd have to go with. That's your first idea and your only one, right? So that's... now you're locked in. How am I goofing this up so badly? I know how I'm goofing it up so badly, though. It's because I got no chill. That's the whole thing. There is no... Success. There is no progress. There is only the activity that you're currently doing. Yeah, because the goalpost always continually moves anyway. I don't know. Would I go back and, like, play this on a regular basis, even if I beat it? It's almost tempting. Like, I've definitely... Like... I don't have the time. I would absolutely love to do, like, a nostalgia run of a bunch of games. And there's stuff that's not long, too, because I'm like, it would not take me long at all to play through Mirror's Edge. But I would absolutely love doing that, and it'd be interesting to see if my opinions have updated. It'd be really interesting to see how I feel about Mirror's Edge Catalyst, too. Because I don't think that one holds up as much, but I do remember enjoying it at the time. So hard stuck thinking about Highlander, can't come up with anything clever. Did Highlander do something with only one? I don't know Highlander at all, so... I don't know Skylanders at all either. That's what Highlander makes me think of. There can only be one. Okay. That sounds very Battle Royale-esque. You could make a Battle Royale. In this context,
it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
Yeah, I actually grow a garden. One of those articles mentioned what Grow a Garden actually is in terms of it's like a 20 million daily active users and stuff. And it sounded almost like Farmville-esque or something. Just using essentially like real money to grow plants and stuff. It's like, that kind of explains why there's so many users. If it is again one of those it's just a grift. That kind of design that is really just a grift. That's where that comes from, okay. I mean, that sounds a little generic to me, but I can also believe that it is from Highlander. Like, there can only be one really sounds like something that could come from, like, I don't know, like a Shakespeare or even like an old, like... It just sounds older to me than Highlander. Well, and I don't even actually know how old Highlander is. I just assume that Highlander is a show from some time period. Sounds generic because other things started copying Highlander. Yeah, I suppose. Well, I guess any quote kind of out of context can sound generic because you say, I'll be back. It's like, that, you know, that sounds pretty generic too, so. I lied. I can believe it's from Highlander. 1986, okay. That was not where I was expecting you to land. So I've done the stairs a couple times. That's true. That kind of move on your muscles would be insane. That would most definitely rip your arms out of its sockets, so. Show is close, it's multiple movies. Ah, Andy did have a show, okay. I had always just assumed it was a show. I thought that was one of those things that they remade a couple times, too. Did I ever really figure out a way to do this? I don't think so.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
I mean, I guess I lost a lot of progress when I had to restart completely. And I only recently just got past the flippin' stairs. Okay, can you stop slipping off of things? I really don't want to look like that cat meme. With the cat that just goes flying. Absolutely hilarious. But if you're the one that's falling off of a thing, not nearly as hilarious. Yeah, I've also been keeping up with Rick and Morty. I have somehow also I guess technically because I don't pay for Adult Swim, I'm a couple episodes behind, but it's also because that one's short too. It's the stuff that's longer. I keep having it in the back of my head that I'm like, I'll watch Daredevil, I'll watch Thunderbolts, I'm like, okay, you know what? Do I feel better having watched? Because it was like on a plane. It was Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin in
Oof.
A Real
Sorry about
Pain. I
that.
do remember it. But A Real Pain. What am I doing? But it was a toss-up between do I want to watch A Real Pain or do I want to watch Venom 3? And I was like, well, I've seen the other Venoms. I could watch Venom 3. And I was like, no, you know what? Let's do something that's a little more intellectually challenging. And I enjoyed A Real Pain. And then I went back and watched Venom 3, and I was like, nah, I don't know that I would have loved either choice. But having gone back and done both, A Real Pain was better. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I am finally done with Marvel. Not deep into the Highlander lore. Only ever watched the first movie. Didn't even know of the show. Only seen the first Highlander, but it's one of the movies that really didn't need a sequel, and it sounded like all the follow-ups are mediocre at best. Yeah, sequels are always an interesting thing for things that are very singular, because it's like if you like a thing enough that you want to see, that you want more from it, but also if it ended in a way that like, I guess it depends on what the premise is and stuff too. Yeah, it's something like Stranger Things. That's one of those ones that I think really could have just ended after the first season. Not that the other stuff is bad, but it's a different show after that. And it's a fun show, but it's a different show for sure. The writing on Stranger Things is always funny to me because they separate everybody. So I forget that some people are related where it's like, oh, that's their mom. They just literally spent the entire season not talking to each other at all. So I just forget who's related to who sometimes. Or that these people even know each other because they spend the half of the season. Or they spend the entire season separated only to come together at the end. Free yourself of Marvel. Well, I guess I could get into DC. They're resetting the DC universe with Superman. I could get into DC instead. That'll work out great, right? Historically, the Dark Universe, that's been going for years and years, right? that's why they're resetting it. Play some Marvel instead. Are you saying the Marvel versus Capcom or some other stuff? I hate this so much. I don't like this challenge, but like you said, I couldn't bring myself to make it any easier. This is... I could probably stretch a little more. Please don't. Please don't do that. It's hard to be... Okay, no, it seems like being slow and steady is a good way to win the race. Who am I racing against? I don't know. I continue to lose progress every attempt. It's just aging. There we go. It's hard to do these kind of precise maneuvers with this. Just maybe get a better mouse or something? I don't know. Okay, there we go. I hate that section so bad. Oof. Okay, let's unclench all of the muscles. Marvel 3, baby. That's the one to look at as Marvel 3. have I played any, Oh, duh. I've played an absolute butt ton of Marvel Snap. There's the Marvel that I do. I have done a lot of Marvel Snap, if that counts. No, I think I should just free myself of Marvel. It's also the Star Wars stuff too. I was keeping up with a good
When
amount of
games
Star
were
Wars
new, they wanted
stuff.
a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat.
The slam poem is just kind of funny to me. Oh, man, I keep getting tense. I've only done this section like 2 or 3 times, I think. I don't know.
Now, I know, most likely you're watching this on
what are you
YouTube or
doing?
Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you.
How did
Like
that
a
not...
baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.
Pain in the butt. I had that, and then I just didn't move it just a little further. Why do you keep slipping off of that thing? Ay ay ay, a butt. I just want to get past the stairs. I just want to be back where I was. Stupid Steam not having clouds. No, stupid game not having cloud saves. This is not where I was. I don't know, maybe maybe this game will become an annual thing. Start speedrunning it. Oh. Okay, no, it's back to just chill. It's subconscious though too. It's just like I feel fine, and then I realize that all my muscles are tense. And so it's like, no, okay, I somehow have to bring this subconscious forward to say, no, I'm not chill. I'm expecting things to happen. Expectation is the enemy of life, I think. Do I rage? Surprisingly, this game has lessened that. I only rage at myself. Like today, I was just getting mad at myself because it's like, really, you just sat and ate spaghetti all day. That's it. Just a billion YouTube videos and a large pile of spaghetti. That's what we're doing today. But that's also untrue as well, because I did spend like an hour setting up a merch shop, and I did publish a YouTube video. I guess I could put that on the thing there too. Oh, I was gonna make like an intro. Oh, I guess hello, welcome. I just answered the question and didn't. But I need to add an intro scene so that I can show off, like, look at all this stuff that I do, all this nonsense. So, oh, I guess I probably should link the YouTube video rather than the merch shop, because the YouTube video
Oh, it happened
has
again.
a bit more,
Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
the YouTube video has a bit more, if I want to have it pick up in the algorithm. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I will link it. But can I you can only link the one thing. I'll just leave the merch shop. If the video is dead, it's dead. That's fine. I'm more happy that I put something out into the world, but the quality of it doesn't matter as much. We'll just add to the slop pile. That's what this is. Come, little piggies, come get your slop. How am I producing this slop? You don't want to know. Hey, what in the world are you doing? Yeah, at least it was spaghetti. Well, I was trying to make it like Alfredo, essentially. I took some spaghetti and then had some white sauce and some sausage to do some, like, Alfredo pasta. But no, I ate a good, like, I don't know, maybe half of it just plain as, like, a snack while watching YouTube videos. It's like, this is not how you're supposed to eat pasta, but I keep looking for a snack. And yet, I know I shouldn't eat snacks. And then I should probably just drink some water. And then I go and drink some water, and I'm, like, still disappointed. So, I don't know. but it depends on how much water I drank, and I guess I could just chug a ton more water and see if that helps. I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to get good at the stair section and that I could just do it once and then never think about it again, but apparently we're going to get good at the entire game. I really didn't want to get good at any of it. I just wanted to have the guy say, nobody wants to get good at anything anymore.
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down.
This has tempered me for sure. There is no rage, there is no failure. There is only the game. There is only the mountain. There is only some false sense of progress. Death is inevitable. It's coming for all of us. There is no success. There is no top of the mountain. There is only death. Okay, yeah, I guess I will hydrate if we're talking about me not eating snacks. Eating a whole Roma tomato as a snack. Been working so far. Yeah, well, and I do that with, like, watermelon. I'm like, okay, here's a fruit that I can eat, and then I eat, like, way too much watermelon to the point where my stomach hurts, and I think that's really what it is I just need to, chill. I just need to, I was so close to fixing the plunk bumper bug. Well, and you were late. Which, I mean, as if I had a actual starting point. Actual starting time or anything. But it's much closer to working. If, I did have a scenario, really? Ads right now? But you've got Twitch Prime or something, right? So you'll still see the screen? But I did, that's why it's looking at this. The bumper here and the bumper there are, they were out of sync. So, so I was trying to look at this when I was actually hitting this, and so it was trying to send the ball up, which it couldn't do. So that's why it was just kind of freezing in place, but yeah, but now it is consistently bumping off all the bumpers and oh, there's two of them. Okay, I was like, there's two of them that shouldn't be there. Good to know that it can. Okay. I was like, no, it was consistent. It was, I swear. Or not. This is just such a cursed project. It's just such a cursed project. No, this is. I have not escaped the. Somebody's gonna make the game for me in the next few days. I can't escape it. I thought it was good. I thought it was closer. I thought it was working. But no. I was sorely mistaken. It's so disappointing. It's closer. Yeah, see, look, it's closer. Actually, I don't have it snapping to the grid. That was the thing I was going to fix next, is that it's not snapping to the grid, but it's a lot closer. So no, that actually is a new bug. I don't think that is a... It's not the bug that I was... So I fixed the bug that I was fixing. Now I'm on to a new bug. So... Yeah, two or 3 days remaining to fix it. Yeah, much like this. I'm just gonna keep working on it. I know I will never finish it. I know I will never beat it. I know I will never make a game and release it on Steam. I know that I will never find success. And that I will die. Having only sold one painting? A la Van Gogh. Van Gogh died selling only one painting. And I think at the age of like 33, right? No, he was 36, I think. Something like that. He was 30 something when he died of a gunshot wound to the stomach. A self-inflicted gunshot wound, I think is what they said. I don't know. I gotta watch that Van Gogh movie. I think Willem Dafoe is a great casting, except for the fact that he's just old compared to what Van Gogh actually got to, age-wise. If the stuff ain't at a certain level of working, then make it a grid system. Oh, it very much probably should be a grid system, but I also had trouble making it a grid system too. So. Yeah, I do have an idea for how to make it like fall into a hole. It's just like, oh, if I add a trigger that turns off any constraints when it gets near the goal and actually like plunks into a hole. Man, I keep hoping that once I get a problem fixed, it'll work. It'll just straight up work, and there won't be some other side issue, and then there won't be yet another side issue, and then yet another side issue, and then yet another small issue, and then yet another small issue, and then yet another small issue. Just asymptotically and exponentially to where it's just the loading bar is going to be forever stuck at 99%. Do the bumpers work? Yes. Asterisks. Have I beaten this game? Have I made progress in this game? Yes. Asterisks. Talk like I'm new at programming. I mean, how long do you think it should take to get a ball to bounce off of a bumper? It is taking me 3 months, over 3 months, and it's still not working? I don't know. I feel like the junior developer with 10 years of programming. No, you talk to anybody else in this chat and they'll show you their cool thing that they made. Like Brainoid's like, oh yeah, here's this entire physics roguelike made in like 2-3 days. Oh, I started late. I mean, there's also years of experience doing prototypes and stuff, but I like to just have the comparison of I'm worse, and no subtlety or nuance to anything. No, I could. I just want to say I'm bad. I just want to put the label on there that says I dumb, I bad, and then I don't have to change. It's just never gonna get better. And it's just false. Everything decays. It'll get worse. I mean, every level of change is just a level of change. You can look at it as to whether it's good or bad. So, 1,000 years of programming. Well, we'll see what happens to programming to the point of like, don't know if it'll be around in 1,000 years. Who knows? So, if I'm bad, then what are you? My games are still do better than yours do. Well, when you say do better, do you mean in terms of like analytics and stuff, or in terms of like I don't know what your metric is there. I just want to complain. Is really all it is. I'm doing perfectly fine. I just want to complain. Life is going to move at whatever pace it's going to move at, and I'm going to complain that it's not fast enough, no matter how. No matter how it's going. Metric is on analytics and fun. Well, and see, stuff like analytics that can be gamed too. It's like it's not necessarily that my games have done better or not. It's that, you know, it was just in the right place at the right time, or I have some kind of following coming from somewhere that's changing numbers around and stuff. Because I know there's a good amount of links that I get on my link tree, and I have absolutely no clue where those clicks are coming from. I could look at what it says on Linktree, but I think it gives me some of those, like, here's just this random Russian site that I don't I don't know Russian, I don't know what it is at all, so. And Game Jam rankings, yeah. Well, I've got some games that are definitely like trashed here. I don't know about like the ratings are like super. Well, no, well, it's because like Let 'Em Dare, I did a couple that like I had to have gotten some ratings or something on it, but definitely just a couple of games that I was not proud of. So I didn't even look at the ratings because I knew they weren't great. But it's also dependent on like other people and stuff too. Because like I contribute a lot of like Agronome to just Brainoid did a good job. Like I was mostly there for moral support is what it felt like. Okay, no, chill. No, chill. I didn't realize I was swinging so wide as to hit the ceiling. I'm getting tense again. My left leg is getting all tense. This happens with driving too, where I'm like, I think I'm like a little tense, and I'm like, no, my hands don't feel tense, and my leg doesn't feel tense, and it's like, okay, those are the things that are actively grabbing the steering wheel and doing the gas pedal. But my left leg.
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable.
Really
but
mashes
maybe it
into
doesn't have to be approachable.
floor.
What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated.
I knew that this existed, and I didn't really want to come down here. I can still say it. I can still salvage this. This is still workable. I knew this was here. And I still... Oh, this is new. I never actually tried coming this way. Because I didn't really want to... We're gonna just play through all of the gosh darn game. There is no progress. There is no success. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I got to see this big red balloon. I didn't see that before. Yeah, it's all in the mind. Like I said, the mental's been getting better in terms of just... If I don't focus on the outcome, and I just focus on the fact that I'm doing the thing, that's all that matters. It's gonna play this for a while, isn't it? It just keeps slipping. I don't understand. The physics on this feels random to me sometimes. I know that's not true, but boy does it feel random sometimes. Like Pa Rappa says. You gotta believe. Pa Rappa the Rapper, of which I've never played. Just chill. Just go in. Squeeze in the hole there. I'm getting all tense in like my arms now too. It's not helping. Yeah, Parappa the Rapper. It was one of those ones that I always saw on the box, and it's like, no clue what this is. Fable was one of those ones that I always saw the box and was very curious about it. I never did actually try. I've never played a Fable game. We'll see if the new one comes out. Microsoft is on a killing spree. Boy, is this section awkward AF. Get you. There we go. Jeez. Not a fan of that section. It's harder to yak. It's harder to yap on top of the music there. Yeah, it's also like I've been trying to be better about like actually finishing a boss fight and stuff too, because there's a fair amount of games that I've gotten to the final fight and said, I'm good. But I finished the final boss on Metroid Prime after a long time of not messing with it. So I'm proud of that one. I looked up a guide. I went and got some more health upgrades, and
You'll be back here again and again. Avenge and repent until you've ascended, or until you're contented.
I did not remember how poem-esque all of these messages are. I'm just very afraid that when I get to that other section, when I get to that other section, that I'm going to fall all the way back down. But it's not that awful. Here I am doing it yet again because Steam decided to not have cloud saves. Why are you not jumping off of that? I will never understand the intricacies of this system, but hopefully I can stand them enough to just chill, bro, just chill. Diego loves Carol
The song
Blaskins.
that had no rainbow had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney.
Well, I got through the base game of Tunic. I did not get through the extra message system of Tunic. I did not decode. I did not decode the language on Tunic. So I don't know if you would consider that finished or not either. It's the same thing with Hollow Knight. Like I beat a final boss on Hollow Knight, but I did not beat like the true final boss on Hollow Knight. And I don't know how much that counts as to like, did I actually play and beat Hollow Knight? like would somebody consider that like beating the game or not?
You're back here again, showing patience, and then attacking, scraping, then flapping and snagging.
But, shoot, what was I just thinking about? I was talking about Tunic, I was talking about Hollow Knight. I was talking about difficult games that I have finished or not finished. I was not thinking about the Elden Ring. Shadow of the Erdtree fight, but that's also another one that I have not finished.
The pain
Just
I
like the
feel
Dark
now
Souls
is
DLC.
the happiness I had before.
Never did finish the
That's
bosses
the
on
deal.
that.
C.S. Lewis.
And would I want to go back to those fights? Kinda. Because I know, like, the Radon fight, my complaints were bright flashes in the second phase, and they also just nerfed Radon, so it was like, oh, okay, well, the things that I was having troubles with are fixed, so it is a lot more possible to do that, so. In your eyes, you got through Tunic? In your eyes, I got through Tunic. Near Automata. Near Automata. I don't know what the kids call it these days. But that one, I beat the game once, but apparently you're supposed to beat it a good 30 times or something to really understand the story and what's going on, so I really have not experienced that game, according to what I've heard about it. Despite feeling like I beat it and I hit the end credits, that I didn't really play that game. Yeah, Fury is another one of those games that there's a boss where you can just exit after that boss and say, oh, okay, well, I guess the credits rolled. It's the end of the game. But there's more bosses after that. And I hit that point of like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, there was a couple points in Fury where I was just like, this seems super hard. This seems insane. And then I play it a bit and I start to learn it a bit and go, actually, this might be doable. What am I doing? But I did not play Fury on, like, I think I played Fury on normal difficulty, and it goes up to, like, hard and extra hard and, like, insane and stuff. And I think it was one of those games that, like, normal is rather easy. So, Automata's endings are pretty misleading. It's like 3 big chapters denoted by endings and credits, and then a bunch of joke endings. Yeah, okay, so 3 big chapters denoted by endings and credits. But I only finished the first run. I only finished the 2B stuff. Because I know there's an entire other section with 9S.
I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities. A still and quiet conscience.
And I've seen some other characters that I don't remember meeting at all in the game. What am I doing?
No.
If I get frustrated by getting over it, I can also get Ender Eyes for Minecraft. Hasn't been a lot that's changed on the server, but started building a new base. The house is starting to get too small. I guess I could mess around with some Minecraft at some point too. I'm not getting frustrated with it. It's finally broken through, vibes wise, on getting over it to the point of like, I'm like Northern Lion, where he's like, I just wanted to play some more Trickshot Simulator. The only real game. None of this stat grinding, and then I guess he's on it. Musume? What was the horse game? Usu? I'd have to look at what the title of it is, but the horse derby game that is taking over the world. Apparently everybody's sucked into the gacha. The horse racing gacha. Doesn't really interest me much. Just because it's a gacha game. I mean, horse game, or horse... I'm not a horse guy. I'm not interested in horses, but... I'm not gonna deny an interest in cute anime girls.
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better. But this is not true. Like you're sure to be happy again. And knowing this,
the horse games are corrupting the youth.
Will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
I do wonder if it is appealing to, like, people who want horse games. I kind of doubt it, because it's much more anime girl than it is horse, from what I've seen. But I don't know, I haven't actually played it. It's not like a free gacha game thing, because I think Genshin is like free to play, right? Can I even spell it? What if I just type in U? Is that gonna come up with... Yes. Okay. Uma Musume, there we go. It is free to play, yeah, okay, so it's a free to play gacha. Yeah, okay. What little I know about it makes it seem like it's more of a horse racing betting game. Yeah, that's kind of what I've seen. Well, no, I've seen a lot of, like, the pack opening. It's just like, oh, look. Can I get an S rank anime girl? Also, Northern Lion is like, well, I don't want to have anybody watch me play this in public at all. I don't want to, despite streaming it to however many people. Yeah, this is one of those games. It's like, look at the characters. We don't care about the gameplay at all. I guess kind of, as it like, look at all these buttons you can click. There's so many buttons. Oh man, if they have all of these characters all have a chat log with you, I could see why this game took a while to transfer over from, with anime dating on top of it. I mean, this is free to play. If I get frustrated with getting over it, I could dump some money on Pretty Derby here and okay. Let's be careful about what I click. Don't do it. Well, now you're tempting me. I haven't really experienced a gacha game. I've played some trading card games, so that's not fully ignorant of it, but well, and I've downloaded plenty of mobile games, as in doing some game research as to kind of curious how some of these mobile game works, but if I touch the game, you're gonna be gone for a week. Is it the horse girls? Is it the anime? Is it the gacha? What exactly is the aversion there? I can understand, like, at least for me, the gacha element is what puts me off of it the most. But I'm also not huge on the like anime girl dating stuff. Well, yeah, I do read a lot of like romance webcomics and stuff, so it's not anime though. It's more just webcomics. It's lots of variety of art styles. I guess I'm trying to say the romance elements don't put me off. Well, I don't know. When you're pulling for a certain character, when it's turning people, or in this case anime girls, into just a commodity to be swapped out, feels a little weird. It's a mix of everything. Play Phantom Dust instead. It's also free and kind of hype. I forgot the fact that Phantom Dust is free. Well, that's like Poppy Playtime is also a free game. If we're just talking free games. That's partially why. I've been having this weird hankering to play some kind of horror game. I think it's partially because of the article of like every indie dev should make a horror game, and I'm like, I really haven't played that many horror games, and I know like lots of my friends like them and stuff. I do watch Let's Plays of horror games, but I don't play them much myself. It's because I like a little more systemic of a game than a what am I doing? Than a story-based like pop-up and jump scare you kind of horror game. I have been meaning to do some Amnesia at some point. Because I got, I think, like halfway through that game. I was like, I could finish that, right? I hate this section. Okay, chill. Okay, don't chill. Go, go, go. Most of the Resident Evils are on Steam. Yeah, and I know my friend who, like I said, he likes horror games. Had mentioned about like wanting to do like a co-op run of, I think like Resident Evil 5. It's like this guy punches a boulder and everything. Yeah, because I haven't played any of the Resident Evil games. I haven't played any. Let's see, what's the last horror game I played? Grun. I guess Grun was the last horror game I played. I guess I played Gnome as well, which is also a horror game. It probably doesn't help that I'm not playing like the most sophisticated of Well, okay, I'm saying as if horror games are sophisticated, but yeah, it starts getting goofy at 5. Yeah, no, like I said, I heard about like there's boulder punching and stuff. I've also heard that like Resident Evil 4 is pretty goofy and stuff too. Like I've heard there's pretty goofy elements in a lot of Resident Evil stuff, but that like Resident Evil 5 is extremely camp.
Oh.
I want to try and make a first attempt at some open world exploration puzzle, but to not make it too difficult, I'm trying to make a tiny island so it's open world but a tiny world. But put that at the end of the list so it'll take a decent amount of time until it's even started. Well, I know that's like the a short hike. That's kind of what happened there. Was actually I think they just announced recently that they gave up on doing the kind of Paper Mario style RPG that they were working on. But I know that's what happened with a short hike is they were like, okay, we're gonna do a small game, and then make it in like I think it was only like a handful of months or something too. But yeah, a short hike I definitely recommend. Oh, I'm all bummed. I'm not gonna do my annual birthday stream on my birthday. Cause my parents were like, hey, we want to come visit you for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm a little sad that I don't get to do my annual birthday stream, but I'll find another time to do it. I'll just say my birthday's another day. Or maybe I'll make the bad decision of just ignoring my family and streaming all day instead. I think they're coming to my apartment. That might be a little difficult, but should play a short hike. I got it through a bundle, but haven't gotten to playing it yet. Well, and that's the reason I'm mentioning like annual birthday stream is because that's how I played it. It was just like, oh, it's only a few hours, and I'm playing games all day, so let's play a short hike. Okay, let's also move this hammer in a little bit, not do a full swing. Yeah, but there's a few things like that I've been meaning to, because they're fairly small, fairly short. Yeah, like unpacking. I think like unpacking is 3 hours. Something like Cocoon is like 5 or 6 hours. So it's like these games that aren't like super long. Yeah, I think like unpacking is like a perfect, like if I stream all day kind of game. There we go. Okay. Now we get to this part. This part scares me. I think it's just because it seems like there's a lot of hype.
An orange
Like
is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a
okay, this
challenge.
feels like a good hydrate.
I only
moment.
want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Coffee, grapefruit, and licorice. I like grapefruit. I like licorice. I don't like coffee. Well, it might also be a little bit of a lie because I do like tiramisu. But I think a lot of those things are, it's some flavor with a lot of sugar. Meaning I'm probably just liking having a lot of sugar. But it's good to know I can also get back to like further along in this game. Because I've really only been at this section. Like a little bit. I'm really hoping to get up to that snowy. Why do you do this? This guy has just the most insane arms. Because he...
Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Mary Fry.
It's literally the first try. Every time with the, like, step one, oops. That part always bugs the hell out of me when it's logging into something and it's like, put in your password. Or it's like, oh, your username. We can't find your username. Oh, we already found that username.
To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah, no, this game has, it's removed the rage. Well, okay. Not at myself, though. I will get plenty pissed off at myself. But in terms of outside forces causing rage, a little less so. We're putting some Fall Guys in the chat. I haven't played Fall Guys in forever. That was a game that, like, I liked and I wish I played more. I just don't play multiplayer games. So... Which I know there's even, like, a whole Minecraft server that's set up that I could be hanging out on, and yet I just don't play multiplayer games. Yeah, and instead of doing anything today, I just watched a butt ton of YouTube. I could have done. I could have watched a movie or something even. Like, that's... I'm a fall guy right now. I'm a... falling with style? I'm a flying guy right now. That's really what it is. I'm not falling, I'm flying. It doesn't go backward the other way, does it?
Life is a mosaic of pleasure and pain. Grief is an interval between two moments of joy. Peace is the interlude between two wars. You have no rose without a thorn. The diligent picker will avoid the pricks and gather the flower. Satya Sai Baba.
I'm gonna work really hard to get back to the bottom of this mountain. Oh no, I got another crown. Immediately after getting a crown, I got yet another crown. I want to live in that grace period. I just want to be... I just want to soak in that beginner's luck. I don't want to get through the valley of getting good. It's not a happy place. It's a dark forest. Dark forest full of thorns. I want to live in the happy-go-lucky place of beginner's luck. I'm not allowed to fall. It's still summer. Well, you could call it autumn, and then that sidesteps the problem entirely. But I'll do whatever I want. I'll do whatever I please. I'll fall if I want to. I'll leave my friends behind. Now that I think has already happened. I don't talk to my friends hardly at all. And then I even tried putting stuff in the Discord. I'm like, I didn't like Metro Prime very much. And I got one gif of like, what? And then that was about it. There was not much conversation beyond that. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess even rage baiting stuff doesn't work. Everybody's just old and... I was gonna say parents and stuff, but it's like, no, nobody's got kids or anything. It's just everybody's adults that are living, just going to work and stuff, so... I'm not allowed to autumn either. No, none of it. Can I let you down with disappointment? Is that allowed? Cause I mean that one I'm pretty sure is gonna happen no matter what. I can't escape that. There's a reason I have the stream tagged as subpar. Man, cause I could be yapping about some movie I watched. I could be yapping about the things that I did. Which I guess I did. I did mention that I made a merch shop. I did mention that I no autumn, no fall. Get over it. I'm do and do not. There is no try. Well, that's what I'm doing. I think that's a harmful thing to think, honestly. Plus, I know Yoda is, I think, also the one that says that only the Sith deal it. No, said Obi-Wan. It's funny that Yoda says, "Do and do not. There is no try," and they also say only the Sith deals in absolutes. So, by that logic, Yoda is a Sith, I think. Yeah, I want to watch that second season of Andor. I don't know. Maybe I should just get out of the slop factory. As in, stop watching anything Disney. Because that's really what they're at. They're just kind of the slop factory now. I don't know. That feels kind of mean because I think there was even like an article recently that was saying like from somebody who was working on Elio that flopped recently, where they were like, "Stop complaining that you want new movies, like if you're not gonna go see them." Yeah, then like Inside Out 2 did really well, so which it's that is a pretty good argument. Like, yeah, I should go see that. I have avoided like I avoided seeing Thunderbolts in theaters. I avoided seeing, or I've so far avoided seeing Superman in theaters. Yeah, some of that's like I think it'd be kind of fun to go into a movie completely blind, like not even know the title or like a trailer or anything. I know that's what the like watching videos about Cannes, like the Cannes Film Festival, but that's what they're essentially doing is just because of the way things are scheduled and because it's pre-marketing stuff that it is a lot of just like you just show up at the allotted time slot and watch a movie and you don't know entirely what you're gonna get. Yeah, it's funny how I'm like I think that's a good way to watch a movie, just completely blind, like you don't know what you're gonna get, and yet not a fan of gotcha. But I think the reward is entirely different too. A gotcha is here is a handful of scrap. Here is a chance at getting some S rank character versus here is an entire movie that is probably quality if it's going to be shown at the Cannes Film Festival. There we go. So am I going to be able to get back up to that cliff? Yeah, because I think last time I didn't fall down that cliff. And it's always a little sad when it's immediate, too. When it's like first to try at the cliff and then immediately fall down. Yeah, this is one of those ones that's like kind of needs a little more focus. I'm getting better at it, though. I am getting better at it. Started listening to an audiobook recently and realized I really enjoy listening to audiobooks. So if you have any suggestions, well, I have been doing a lot of commuting to and from work. So I may or may not have some suggestions for you of stuff that I listened to. Let's see. Let's see. Of the stuff I've listened to, of which I have a list. I can go back there. There. So, Self-Esteem by Carolyn Miss. I wouldn't suggest it. It was kind of meh. It was a talk that they recorded as a book that, like, was mostly just nonsense. You Are What You Think by David Stoop was better. They had a lot of, like, just sort of random... I don't think it was a Catholic, like, Christian book, but boy, did they have a lot of biblical examples in there. Yeah, it's kind of... Because I was on a self-esteem kick starting out, and it was really hard to find stuff that wasn't super religious either. It was just like, no, I don't want like just believe in God. I'm like, no, I want believe in yourself. That's what I'm looking for. Not Jesus is gonna fix everything. Let's see. The magic of knowing you what you want, a practical guide to unearthing the wisdom of your desires. This one was pretty good. This one wasn't super necessary for me, just because I kind of know what I like and I kind of know what I want, for the most part. So like, this was very much somebody who was just like, I've just done what people say for my entire life, and then realized, you know what, I actually want to figure out what I want out of life. 7 Games, A Human History. This one was great. I liked this one a lot. Once I got into the books about games, that's when I was enjoying stuff a lot. Yeah, 7 Games was about a bunch of classic board games, and it was checkers, chess, poker. I know they ended with bridge. Bridge is the one that I don't know a ton about, and they also said that it's kind of a dying art form anyway, and I think it's partially because it requires 4 people and stuff. And then, shoot, yeah, I don't entirely remember which all. Been a while since I listened to it, but this one I liked. You've Been Played by Adrian Hahn was also pretty interesting, because this one was about gamification. It was just saying like, oh, here's all these things that like are using gamification and are just slapping a bunch of leaderboards onto doing tasks and stuff when that's not super necessary. Because, yeah, this is the person that made Zombies Run. I think that's what it's called. I think it's something pretty basic like that. But yeah, no, after listening to the explanation of that game where it was like when you run, you have a chance to get a story beat, basically, as the reward. I was like, okay, that sounds a lot more interesting. And then they were also saying, like, you don't actually have to run to unlock content. It's just as long as you're increasing your base level exercise, that counts. Okay, it's been an hour and a half. Yeah, 40-minute Spanish was basically useless to me. I knew enough Spanish, and then also, like, it just whipped by too fast in the car for me to really get anything from that. Any of the stuff. There's a few books by Derek Sivers that I want to read because he was on the Think Like a Game Designer podcast, and I really enjoyed the talk there. And Anything You Want, I liked. There's one called Hell Yeah or No. That was a concept that he had in the middle there. That was like trying to figure out what you want to do, being you either say hell yeah or you say no. It's like if you're not super excited about it, then say no. Don't try to fill yourself up with a bunch of mediocre like yes kind of things. Dumb Money was pretty good, and I did like it better than the movie. The movie kind of the book added some nuances that the movie just decided to skip over. It was just like Everybody's Idiots, but the book was a little more nuanced, which I liked. Yeah, it had a fun little epilogue too, where they're like, as much as there were some big firms that lost a ton of money in the GameStop short squeeze, like there was also people that made a lot of money off of the GameStop short squeeze too. And then I've just started the Immortal game about chess, which hasn't been too bad so far. But yeah, the library where I've been trying to get books doesn't have a ton on games, and I've just been kind of like, I don't know, maybe this other random thing here. Oh, this is totally missing Jorbs did a book. And I say it as if I know this person. I knew this person because of the book. Um, let's see. Jorb's book. But this was one about streaming. This was about somebody who they're before we go live, navigating the abusive world of I'm surprised that that actually gave me that like a top link there. So I lied. I think I listened to that around here. But before we go live, I liked a lot. It was actually pretty good. But yeah, that was kind of about shoot, now I'm not gonna remember the name of the company there, but it was kind of about a company that was falling apart behind the scenes. Well, and it was one of those companies that was trying to set up like a whole series of streamers doing stuff that I think that's always hard to do. It's like I think a streamer can make money, and it's harder to set it up so that like a management company is in the middle at some point too. But that is all the audiobooks that I've been listening to recently. Okay, do I even want to do more getting over it? I got like half an hour before I want to think about going to bed. I mean, I could boot up the Uma Musume. Well, I guess I could just threaten it in the background. Okay, that's... Yeah, see, I'm not focused enough for this right now. That's the issue. It's 8 o'clock, and it's gonna be close to 8 o'clock yawn and everything. Let's see, I wonder how easy it is to yap over the horse game. I would assume it's fairly easy to yap over the horse game.
Sorrow is my own yard, where the new grass flames as it has flamed often before, but not with the cold fire that closes round me this year. William Carlos Williams.
I guess technically, if I wanted to really call it quits, I should reset it back to the beginning. Like I said I was gonna do, is that like I'm gonna work really hard to get back to the bottom of this mountain. And right now I'm somewhere... I don't even know if I'm anywhere near the middle of it, but... It is kind of fitting that this game, of all games, did not have Steam Cloud support, but still, kind of a bummer. Still, now it's gonna feel like there's an alternate timeline where I did get further.
No.
Oh, and then is it 8 o'clock? Everybody disappeared and went to bed. Although I keep thinking that. I keep thinking like I start losing chat messages and then I'm like, everybody's gone, right? Although that's what I did on Saturday, where I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll call. And then I'm like, wait a second, 6 people. What are y'all doing here? So now I'll be curious to see after, because I don't have any sense of number of people that are actually live watching me. Because that's the thing too, is that it is just a number. I don't actually know if anybody's paying attention to the stream either. I tend to be pretty active when I watch a stream because I know that's what I enjoy, but since there's 6 or 5 people now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know weekends I think tend to be a pretty good time to stream, which is kind of why I wanted to try it a little more. It was like, especially because, like I said, I didn't do like anything today, so I figured, you know what, let's at least stream. That's why I keep streaming so much, is because it gets me to do stuff. Well, and again, it's not that I didn't do stuff. I I put out a YouTube video. I finished the merch shop thing, but those were like, I don't know, hour and a half of stuff that I did. Maybe 2 hours. It's like, so what did I do for a good, like, 6 hours of the day? And the answer is, like, I just watched YouTube videos. So. Never went down while you were typing. Yeah, see, that's the thing, too. It's just, it fluctuates, and I don't know if that's... Yeah, it's always interesting seeing the graph after the fact, too. Because you do get those, like, spikes of, you know, here's a person, or here's a view or something that just kind of popped in, popped out. And I don't know if that's, like, somebody reloading or not, or if that's, like, somebody actually checking out the stream and then disappearing, or what. Yeah, I definitely saw that on the Twitch Reddit. That was, like, turn off the view count. And I agree. Having had it turned off for a while, it definitely helps. Because it is not an accurate sense of who is on the stream. Well, and because you don't actually, like, feel it or not either. Like, for me, on my end, I only feel if there's a message. Like, that's... If there's a message to read, that's impactful for me. But if number go up, you don't feel it. It's not like it feels wildly different at 20 people than it does at, like... Well, I guess it's just message-wise. But yeah, being in a stream with 20 people where there's no messages definitely feels like a dead stream. As opposed to being in an active, lively stream with... like 5 people or something. Reached less than 297 in the course. Slowly but surely making progress. Now the viewers jumped up to 7. You're gonna keep me up to date. It would be kind of funny to get a bot that says how many viewers are in the stream. Well, and I think I might have... I think that is possible on the back end. For me to actually get, like, a list of viewers and stuff, too. Not that I would want to do that, but... Yeah, because I always thought it'd be neat to get, like, the... I don't actually know what plugin it is, or whatnot, that gives you the ability to see, like, icons. Because I think it would be kind of nice to see icons of people and not just names, necessarily. Okay, so now that I'm here, make the game work first. What? Oh, you mean over fixing up the stream more? Yeah, but the stream is the focus. That's the thing. The stream is where I want to put my energy. There we go. That's what I was looking for. But I also got distracted by the, actually finishing a game. Yeah, it's because this feels like it's easiest to do if I do it slowly. So, I won't find energy until the game is fixed. Fix it. What's this, the guy who was messing with, like, another random, fish prototype? Yeah, see, it's the awkward angle here, and the fact that, like, it's this rocky thing, and this, like, massive cliff and drop that just, like, this section just kind of just scares me in the way it looks. Okay, you do need to go a little higher. Although I think the bug that I was running into when I was just showing off Plunk on this stream was the fact that it's not snapping to a grid right now. Hopefully that'll fix the issue, but at this point I think it's always just gonna forever be an issue. What do you mean? whoopsie doodle there. This is a good soundtrack.
Crazy as a loon, or will be soon. If my baby don't hurry home. Oh,
You weren't watching when I was showing it?
my baby is gone away.
As in the... Because I showed it a couple times, because I... Again, get it real precise here. Gotta use some flex tape on the game there to fix it.
I've read the note she left me 1,000,000 times a day. But if someone
I just want it up a little higher. There we go.
I couldn't say.
It's playing FTL, okay. Was that did I get you sucked into some FTL because I was playing it earlier? My poor FTL playing skills said, "Hey, I gotta go play this properly instead of letting everybody get light on fire and die."
I'm eating my soup with dessert, leaving out the tail of my shirt. Oh, whoopsie doodle, I'm off my noodle, my baby just would.
See, at least I know that once I get past this section, I'm basically
I'm gonna lose my reason. I'm ready
I
to
don't
blow
know
my
if I can
top.
fall all the way down.
Now if my baby's only teasing me, why don't you stop? Oh, whoopsie doodle, I'm off my noodle, I'm gradually turning gray. I can't sleep awake anymore.
That's not a great angle,
I
but
just keep walking the floor. But if my
let's not make it
baby
worse.
hurry, then I know I would worry.
I mean, I guess that's the whole point, is that it's never supposed to be a good angle. It's never supposed to actually. I was really hoping it would clip on the rock or something. I just want to go all the way back down to the bottom now if it's going to do all this to me. Oh, I don't get music anymore? Oh, no more whoopsie doodles? We'll give it another 10 minutes. We'll see if I can make it all the way to the bottom of the mountain again. Yeah, it's only taken me 20 hours to figure it out. You watched it? Wait, as in you can scrub back through the VOD on Twitch? No, I was afraid you were gonna hit me with a hydrate. My water bottle is not filled. I gotta go fill my water bottle. And I guess if you're looking for the actual development that I added, I did not stream that. I was just kind of playing around with it just to see if I could... Well, it was mostly because I was watching Third Shift play some Death Stranding 2, and I'm like, well, okay, I was going to listen to some podcast stuff, but if I'm going to watch a stream instead, I guess I will play with some development. Oh
Of
my
all
goodness.
Sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest of these, it might have been John Greenleaf Whittier.
What if you used on trigger enter? Do I need on collision enter for some reason? No, I don't need on collision enter. On trigger enter might be better, yeah. I was just starting with on collision. I think it's... I got a little gun shy because of the fact that the grid-based version seemed to be missing some collisions. So I figured, okay, you know what? We'll just start with on collision enter for this. But yeah, I could
try to please audiences,
switch it and change it to
uncritically accepting their tastes. It can
trigger
only
enter.
mean that you have no respect for them. Andrei Tarkovsky.
Yeah, I think I played enough of this game the first time that I ran out of quotes. It stopped quoting things at me. Which I'll probably get to that point with this too.
No.
This is clearly not the way to do this. just isn't working out for me, and I keep doing it like this anyway. I did kind of want to use the restroom. I could go. It was just doing an ad, though, wasn't it? Or was it? It is interesting to find a section that was, like, painful and stupid and hard. And then continue to find it painful and stupid and hard. I was gonna say, oh look, here, I figured out how to do it, but I didn't. I didn't, clearly. 2:20, gotta go to bed. Goodbye, good night, good luck, have fun sleeping. Have more luck than me, I suppose. It's not like I've been unlucky, I've just been lazy. Well, and my version of lazy is different than other people's, for sure. It's like, I took a shower, I walked around the block a couple times, I made a merch shop, I finished a YouTube video. Like, I did some things today, but there was also a large chunk of just watching semi-random YouTube videos. It's because there was a few channels that I liked their stuff a lot, that had uploaded a few things that I hadn't seen, that it was like, oh, okay, so you stopped telling me about this. Gee, thanks, YouTube. So I was like, okay, maybe I could try to catch up. And then when I pulled up all the YouTube videos, like, that's 3 hours of content, and then I didn't even get through all of it anyway. Well, and that's 3 hours of content sped up, because I watch everything sped up, too. It's like, okay, no, you should really... I need to figure out, like, a priority system of what I want to watch, what I care about, so that I can actually focus on, like, if I care about streaming, well, then stream more instead of watch YouTube and stuff, so... Let's switch it to trigger enter. Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea too. I agree, but again, it's this process of I have to goof it up and do it wrong.
No.
Many multiple times in a row before I actually accept the answer that was given to me at the start. Why is this the process? It's because I want to double check that when somebody says, hey, this is the system we should use, that they're not just basing that on assumptions that have changed. That's really what it is that when somebody says, we're doing it this way, I want to make sure it's because that's a good way to do it, not because this is the way we've always done it. Because I think it's very easy to fall into that. To say, okay, this is... We're doing it this way because this is the way I learned to do it. When? Especially in the fast-paced world of today with the internet and whatever else. How did I get here? That, What are you
Don't hate
doing?
the player, hate the game. Ice-T.
Thanks, Ice-T. Yeah, 8:30 is feeling like the... Maybe I call it quits. And go sleepy time. Oh, especially if there's still people here. I guess if Phil already sloughed off, that's a good sign that call it quits. It's always funny to me when I go look at the analytics and it was like, oh, there was a good 4 or 5 people for most of the stream. But because when I ended the stream there was only 2 people, it was like, oh. So was it? Like I said, I get this sense of like, there's nobody here. And then I get a random message or something. It's like, wait, what? I was just mumbling nonsense into the microphone. Why is there somebody here to witness it? I guess that's what happens when you broadcast everything. Yeah, I know there's somebody on Twitch who does like a literal like Truman Show kind of thing, like broadcast their life 24/7. That would be a lot. I like streaming, but I think it'd be a lot to do literal,
When
like,
to the sessions of
they see you
sweet
while you're
silent
sleeping,
thought,
they see
I
you when
summon
you're
up
awake.
remembrance of things past. I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought, and with old woes new, wail my dear time's waste. William Shakespeare, Sonnet 30.
I feel like I don't know if I even need to beat this game for this to be an all-timer game for me. This is feeling like a transformative experience, whether I beat it or not.
No.
just to teach perseverance based on coming back to the game and saying, you know, this game, like, is just awkward as hell. And it's very confident in how awkward it is. Okay, is there a
Patience is the
saner way to do
foundation
that?
of eternal peace. Make anger your enemy. Harm comes to those who know only victory and do not know defeat. Find fault with yourself and not with others.
Well, I
It's in
find
falling
plenty of
short
faults with
your own
myself.
goals that you'll surpass those who exceed theirs. Tokugawa Ieyasu.
Also, hello. Thank you for the... Again, whatever the heck that emote is. I don't recall what it is or what it's from. But I am glad to see it. I need to hydrate, and I also need to take a piss. And I should probably just go to bed. Oh, hey, ads! That's definitely a good point for a pee break. And then do I want to call it quits after the... I'm very tempted to go for like another 20 minutes or something.
Oh.
And then call it quits at 8:45 or something. It's like, no, I really should call it quits at 8:30 here. Now, if we're talking about improving myself, can I actually... And that would be the question too, is I could turn the stream off at 8:30, but then can I put down the computer long enough to actually go to bed? That's the question. And I like to think that I can, because I've definitely done it before. I don't know. There might, like, I feel like there's some kind of priority that I need to add to my life somehow to figure out what I actually, like, truly want to accomplish
No.
with my life and my time. Just making janky, janky games. Okay, I need to piss. I will be back. Why is it gonna... Is it gonna pick up the game or no? I was like, Phil's gone. No, nobody can see me play the horse game, right? You are gonna make me look at the terms of use? Also, it's not gonna pick up the game, really? But you are gonna physically make me look at the, I could read the privacy policies. That's Because I'm a little curious as to, like, gambling and stuff here, too. It's like... May collect the following personal data: name, address, email address, social media accounts, if you provide them. That you're currently using the service or still considering using the services, and if you're currently using the services, the versions of the... What did I just say? Whether you are currently using the services, or you're still considering using the services, and if you are currently using the services, the version of the services you were using. What does that sentence even mean? Personal data collected. We may collect the following personal data: whether you are using the services or you are still considering using the services, and if you are currently using the services, the version of the services you are using. The end of that sentence is just goofy to me. Huh? This is the personal data collected is the version of the services you are using. Okay, it's the personal data collected is whether you were using the service. It's collecting whether you were still using the services, and if you are currently using the services. These seem like the same sentence to me. Whether you were currently using the service, and if you were currently using the service. That's the same thing, isn't it? I don't... I was just a little curious if it said anything about the actual gacha element in here. As to, like... I was gonna say, like, drop rates. Not necessarily, but in terms of, like, money, basically. Like, does it have a gambling disclaimer? That was my curiosity. Fees and expenses. Fee-based service. Prohibition. Oh, what did Psy Games do? Oh, now I do need some water, and then I didn't go grab water. I just went and took a piss. I should have grabbed water while I was using the restroom here. I'm going to bed. That's what I'm doing. Wow, this has some juice on here. Age confirmation. Oh, your birth month and year to play. 1990-01, is that what it's trying to say? Interesting. Oh, birth month and year. Year first. Okay. No. Because it's not the 19th month. Okay, this is... this is, if, the capitalized services always cracks me up. This is one of those, like, if Brainode is here, probably screaming at the computer. Because this is the fun part. Before you actually get into the thing. No, you want the other one. You want year, and then month. But that's not the example. That had the 19th month, right? Please enter your birth month and year. You put year and then month. That's a little goofy, but okay. Oh, this is one of those mobile game things where it actually downloads the rest of the game. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say this downloaded fast. I clicked to download on when it was on during the break. There is no 19 month. That's what I was saying. It asked me to put in. It said year, or it said put in birth month and year, and then I put in year and birth month for it to actually work. I'm not paying attention to the story at all, and I don't think it matters anyway. That's not what you come to this. It's probably not a great phrasing there. At least for this game. Let's see. And then game capture is still on. Are you gonna... Yeah, see, I'm the fall guy now. I've fallen into the horse gotcha game. I think part of it is simply because Phil said, I will leave for a week if you do this. And then I'm like, well, they left. Yeah, okay, bad message, bad. Well, I know this is translated off of Japanese, but did I do the lines puzzle? If it's stuff over the weekend, I catch up on those on Monday. I do the estimate games during the week, or I do daily games during the week, but not during the weekend. So if it was a weekend one, I haven't done it. Yeah, I was thinking about like saving some of the results I was getting. Okay, apparently game capture does not want to capture it. I don't want to add yet another. I have so many. I've got Street Fighter, Marvel Snap, Tunic, Borderlands 3, Transistor, Dwarf Fortress, Overwatch, Little King's Story, Minecraft, Nightmare Kart, Balatro, Marvel Rivals. All of these are like, I want a specific one. But we're gonna add another one. Okay, let's actually learn the name of the game. Uma Musume. Okay, we're just gonna call it Uma Musume. I don't want to try figuring out the whole... Okay, and the specific window is Pretty Derby. I'm gonna play this like I play a mobile game too, where I get through the basic menus and then say, okay, I unlocked all the menus, time to delete the game and never look at it again. That is entirely how I play mobile games. I want to move this under everything, you goof. And also, you still have... Oh, I haven't clicked on the... Okay, there we go. You're in the middle of those somewhere. Only know the game because I know why I don't know what's happening. Apparently nothing. Do you really not want to pick up the game? I said specifically this game. Is it... You're really not gonna... I said specifically... Uma Musume Pretty Derby.exe. Capture a specific window. You understand that this exists and it's there. Is this just, like, sized incorrectly? Fit the screen? Okay, they fit it to the screen. I mean, you can clearly hear it. We'll make it as sus as hell by, you're not actually going to see what the game is. Yeah, OBS does not want me to do this. There's not a game capture on top of this. Okay, if I turn off the game capture... I mean, you can see it here. When I do my screen, it picks up the screen just fine. I figured I could also do the game here. And I keep clicking it. Okay, wait, I click it, I let it load for a second? No. Okay. Yeah, because this is one of those games that I don't really have that much interest in, but it's a free-to-play thing that I can pull up for 5 minutes. If it'll flip and do the thing. You dumb? Are we serious? Okay, we're gonna just do... not game capture, I guess just desktop capture. There we go. If you're gonna be that dumb as to not do the thing. Odd. Already. Poorly translated, well, maybe not poorly translated, but messages that weren't translated great, and it's just, it does feel very much like a movie, and you're not, okay, I said fit to screen on the, oh, is it the desktop capture's not fit to screen? Yeah, okay, it was the desktop capture. Okay, so am I playing the game already? I haven't paid attention to anything. I was messing with OBS the entire time. I didn't pick up any names of anybody. We're going. We're off to the races. I'm doing it. I'm playing the game. Is it really gonna be in this like tiny screen? Wow, so this is very much straight up a mobile game port. They didn't make it full screen? It's just all of these things I can't actually mess with? Interesting. I'm gonna go get some water then, and this is just gonna run. Fun. Number 5 went backward. That's what you're saying? Oh. Did I win? Did they win? Is there a game to play? Or is it just an anime movie on the side of the screen? Number 5 went the wrong way. You bet 5. You bet on 5 with $10, and it seems like it didn't turn out for you. Winning concert is where fans and the runners, they share the light of the... Okay. I haven't paid attention to any of it, we're just clicking. I'd like to at least try to read things, but I was also very distracted. Wow, why are they zooming in even more? It's like, okay, this clearly was not supposed to be zoomed in this much. In addition, those who watch the concert often go on to become fans of Uma Musume. What is horse in Japanese? The winning concert is a key component to the Uma Musume's career. Well then, let's go to the stage and see their wonderful performance. This is so mobile game. Let's just hold your hand through the whole thing. I mean, the characters are impressive. The graphics are impressive. So it's the whole cast, I gather. And now we're watching the anime intro for the anime. Is this supposed to be the main character, or is this just the character they're starting with? Am I gonna let this run? I don't know. I was just kind of curious, because I know this also made like a ton of money in Japan. Now that they brought it over to the US, and then now that it's stateside, I guess now that it's in English, so taught you a valuable lesson. So it's like the triple S, are they supposed to be characters, or are they supposed to be like a skin for a certain character? Also, wait, if I click this, it oh, it pauses it. Okay. Oh, so I guess you can skip it if you wanted to. Change direction. Yeah, okay, this is very, very much a phone game that they ported over. Screen telling over. I was like, one other character almost reminded me of Corona. So this is just, you get to watch an anime on your phone? Is that the whole thing? You get to spend a bunch of money to potentially watch an anime on your phone? You could just watch an actual anime. I don't know, I've always been vaguely curious about like what the heck are people going on about with gacha games, and then every time I try a mobile game it just tells me to click things and then watch a video and then click things and watch a video, and I'm like, I could just do that on YouTube. Hello again, trainer. Welcome to the Japan Uma Musume Training Center Academy. It's the finest Uma Musume training establishment in Japan, home to countless students who dream of the racing world. Well, oh, there was a button to click. Goodness, the director Akikawa scared us. Apologies, seeing a promising new trainer just gets me so excited. Introductions. I am Akikawa, the director of this academy. I look forward to your endeavors. Welcome, newcomer. Please tell us about yourself. Am I actually gonna... It's not even got the... At least on my screen, it definitely has... Yeah, okay, and it looks like on OBS it also does not have the cursor in the correct position. Okay, sure. Just me. That's fine. Whatever. Welcome. I'm here and you're part of the Tracing Academy. High hopes. I expect you'll give your all together. Okay, and I could just let them do the voices and stuff anyway, but highly renowned Twinkle series. So I want you, trainer, to teach, guide, and support your trainees through. I was just gonna pull this up for a couple minutes, and it's like, no, apparently we gotta go through an entire anime first. No, I want to put $10 on 5. We're just gonna have these buttons off to the side the entire time here too. First, let's go meet some Uma Musume. That's just okay. This is one of those like you're gonna repeat that word a billion times over. As a trainee, anywhere that you haven't added an Uma Musume to your trainer Uma Musume roster, you won't be able to train her in a career playthrough. You can meet new potential trainees by scouting them. Well then, let's try a look at the Pretty Derby Scout. There we go. Now roll for the thing. Perform the tutorial Pretty Derby Scout 5 times. Oh, they're fixed for the tutorial. There we go. There's the gotcha rolls. Bling, 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 bling. Oh man, it's wild Top Gear vodka. Oh my gosh, it's bestest prize, Haru. It's Red Stripe Gold Ship. So many just nonsense words here. It's a long tutorial. Yeah, I did vodka in there as a name. Wow, you met some amazing Uma Musume before we... but before we go off to start training... See, because this is also essentially ranking people here, so... you can obtain support cards from the Support Card Scout. Okay, and then here, you can spend money to have better horse girls. Thanks. Trace It Academy Special Week. Is this for this character, or is this just... Here's a picture. My curiosity is just waning so much. I don't understand how people get excited about, look at the words and the pictures. Oh my gosh. There's no decisions. It's not a game. It's an anime with extra steps. Fuji Kiseki. Oh my gosh. Different animation. Ayo Kirwin. Oh, it was gold. Oh man, I don't. Okay. We scouted some support cards. Now that we've got that, I'm just. Can I make a decision or no? Is it literally just click buttons? This is what I'm always curious how gacha games make so much money and you don't do anything. It just flashes lights at you and you give it money. I mean, that's exactly how a casino works too. It's a game though. Don't you want it to do more than that? But it's just too much. Well, this is pretty like text heavy and stuff too, which I'm surprised. If it's a mobile game, typically they're pretty good at onboarding you through the like process of actually playing the game, but it seems to be. Let's select a scenario to play. A finale? The beginning. Or a finale. Why is the beginning a finale? Again, I don't know if these are translation issues or something. These are just translation things, but it's just kind of funny to me. Okay, they do have different outfits. That's what I was wondering, is if the, like, triple S tier was just different outfits. Okay, every day is a busy day at the academy. Select a career scenario and tackle the problems happening around the school. Finishing a playthrough will help your trainees grow. Yeah, okay, that is just press the buttons. Ooh, a decision? Wait. Please select one of your trainees. Ooh. Take on the Twinkle series and make dreams come true. Start your favorite Uma Musume. I really should just leave the whole thing there. Each Uma Musume is unique. Is that horse? Or is that horse girl? Or I don't know exactly what that word is. They all have different abilities, skills, and aptitudes. You can train them as many times as you select. So how about you start by selecting the one you're most interested in? This one. The one that has the arrow. Yeah, okay, I can't. Here's how you level them up. Can I see if the game is actually worth playing? If it's actually interesting? Here's how you give us money. Oh, okay. Am I familiar with the three goddesses? The progenitors of all the horse girls, according to legend. Why are we going over? Why are we doing a history lesson now? I don't understand how people get so excited about this kind of stuff. So the legacy of one runner is passed on to the next and the next, and didn't catch any of that. Uma means horse and Musume means girl. Yeah, okay, so horse girls. A decorated runner who passes on their ambition to your trainee is called a veteran horse girl. Uma Musume. Once a runner has completed her career, she can be registered as a veteran Uma Musume and chosen as a legacy. So you run one race, you win, you compete in one race, and then you become old and a hag, and then you pass on your knowledge to the next generation. Okay, legacies can pass on sparks of inspiration, which grant your trainee attribute boosts and skill hints among other benefits. This does like skeeve me out a little, and it's not even just the like, oh look at the pretty horse girls. It's just like the way they're treating. It's just numbers that go up. And don't worry, legacies can inspire new traits and use as many times as you like. Again, it's been... What, I started this at like 8:30. It's been half an hour and I've made no decisions? Okay, we'll just click the buttons. You selected two, and they have an affinity determined by the relationship and a little more likely for something nice to happen. Number go up if they like each other. Better be a D DLC twist. And this where a lady breaks her leg and you have to put her down. Really lead into the horse thing. And turn him into glue. Something like I know Northern Light was making that joke of like, oh, she did so awful, she's glue. It's meant to be good to remember when you're making arrangements in the future. Make inspiring connections to fulfill new dreams. Is it just words here? Behold thine emperor's divine might. Stamina, speed, long, power, turf. Okay. Long? What sort of... What does that confer? Sure, give me a long horse girl, I guess. Now we'll add some support cards. Okay, each card comes with various benefits. That says you can't choose a support card depicting the same Uma Musume that you selected to train. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Choose support cards to boost your career. You will receive support cards from the characters you select in the career events corresponding with the... Okay. Support cards have types, preferred trainings, the effects gained when training together. This is the thing too, is they spend so long. I was playing some other beta version of a game. It was like, here's this long explanation of all these things, and then it really just boiled down to pick the biggest number. And I'm like, I think this is gonna be match the symbols. Is really all this is gonna boil down to. 30 minutes of explanation for just like make the icons light up. The power of friendship leads to success. If you raise the friendship gauge, then the friendship training will occur. Okay. And then auto-select it anyway. Start career. Go. Why do you tell me that there's so many numbers and then you give me a button that just skips all of it? It's just... I don't understand the design on this kind of thing. It's like an MMO and stuff too, where it's like MMOs are just these very dense things that I'm... I would love to learn more about. Okay. This was one girl and another girl, and that's how I play baseball simulation games. OOTP and such. Ocarina of Twilight Princess? That is not what that is. And yet, not all are content with the current state of the academy. Emergencies can't go on. Out of the park of baseball. Okay. What do you need classrooms for to be at a horse race? There's no math involved. Well, this is very much trying to be track and field. This is schoolgirl track and field, but also horses. I, the Tracen Academy Director, love my students more than anything. Therefore, I cannot stand to see a single racist potential squandered, and yet that's exactly what happened, which is why I should create a completely new racing event. Wait, what? Somebody did bad, so they're gonna make an entire event just to make them feel better? Is that what I just read? Our students will now have another set of races to look forward beyond the Twinkle series. It includes all distances, all courses, so racing and I shall call it. Okay, the finale. Yeah, I'm starting with the finale, which is very funny to me. New. She has a fan that says new. Interesting. And thus begins the story of a new racing event or a finale. Created to help all of them shine. Okay. The beginning, the finale. Why did they decide? That's, again, probably a translation thing, but this seems so funny to me. Countless Umamusume have come to the three goddesses statue to carry on the dreams of legends past or entrust theirs to one yet to come. Today, the legacies spark, inspire another runner. Oh, they're gonna fuse? Is that what it is? Just run. Let's begin the finale. Inspiration complete. Okay, they fused together, they touched the legacies. Oh, okay, that was the hag passed on the knowledge, apparently. Okay. Numbers go up! Okay, guts went up by 5. Okay, wit went... Dirt aptitude. Sprint aptitude. Long aptitude. What does that mean? It just throws so much at you. Today, I start training with Daiwa Scarlet. Okay. Her journey to make her #1 Umamusume begins. Lol, dirt aptitude. I'm still wondering what long is. I'm like, what stat does that mean? Guts with a fire emote? Sprint? Or speed? Stamina, power, guts, and wit. Now, there is wit. Apparently, you gotta think really hard about how to race. Sort of makes sense to me, I guess. Why did they switch to a different tutorial hint system thing here? These commands that you progress through the career. Executing a command consumes a turn. Let's select training. These are the different types of training. Each one increases different attributes. Speed. Let's try selecting speed for now. Success. Yay. Energy went down by 18. Okay, so yeah, this is the moving numbers around. Splendid. It appears your training regimen is going well. Come to check in things, but color me impressed. Color me impressed. You trained once. Good job. You did it. You did one training. This is so funny to go from getting over it to Umamusume. It's just wild swing from like... There's games that are difficult and that will challenge you. That are not this at all. I'm so sorry. I was in a huge rush. Such a huge rush. Were you training to run faster? Ah, right. Sorry, but I made a promise, so I'll be... What? Now a story mode? A story moment? Oh, this was like the face of the thing, right? I completely forgot I promised to race with my friends, so I'm rushing over there now. Okay, you better hurry then. Special week? That's her name? Special week? It's not actually her name, is it? Is it a nickname or is it... So they are naming the horse girls like they do name horses? No, see, that's Daiwa Scarlet. That sounds more like a name. Special week. What? Okay, it looks like you had a confirm. Every single encounter is a precious experience. It's the them and the Umamusume and the like. It's really trying to make it sound like they're a different kind of citizen or something. So you gain the stats of the ancestors, but more. They're really low stats. Yeah, I was like, it's a lot of micromanaging. Just let the run happen. Take a note of the failure rate. Okay. Failing a training can lead to drops in attributes and moves, so be careful. Okay, when the energy is low, you have to let them rest to recover. Okay. Did I get some relaxation time on a break? There was a break? Okay. Energy recovered by 50. Okay, we're ready. Finally ready to give racing a try. Wait, what? We're actually gonna race? And not just like watch it again? Before participating in the race, be sure to check your skills. Here's some skill points for the occasion. They could be okay. Well, the +5, +5, +10, +200. Okay. First, select skills, and then select a skill to learn to use the skill points you obtained earlier. It's past 9 o'clock. I do not want to be... Okay. I thought this could boot up in like 5-10 minutes or something. I don't want to be going to bed late because I was playing the horse derby game. Okay, and this is how you're supposed to go through a mobile game tutorial anyway. It just points you at the thing. Okay, my legs are itching to run. You're actually gonna... Okay. I just wanted to try to get to a run. That's what I thought I could do. Is like I put $10 on a horse and they run. Predictions of a runner's performance are denoted by symbols from lowest to highest. The top right symbols represent the expert predictions, while the popularity is representative of fan opinion. G+. Oh, that's just even worse than F. Okay. The runner's ability and mood, the higher the popularity the expectations placed on her will be. Of course, the popularity doesn't guarantee a win, but the more favored your training is, the more you can expect. You can also change your runner's strategy there. This is like the strategy that plays best to the runner. Okay. All set. Finally, time to race. Wait, what? We're actually doing it? Please don't tell me I'm going to bed late. Apple cider, fairy's echo. So maybe that tip of the tongue. Pleasant clerk. Oh, hey, look, there are more skin tones than just white people. Kind of. They do so many colors of like hair and eye color and yet are so afraid of doing different skin colors. Junior make debut. Kyoto. Kyoto, it's always Kyoto. Oh, it's happening. We're doing it. It's a race. Trumpet rhythm. Go trumpet rhythm. Go apple cider. Oh, Daiwa Scarlet. Actually, I guess we bumped up the numbers enough. Oh wait, I just realized that they're all in like trainee outfits, except for the one character that I just put the numbers on, who's got a fancy outfit. It just seems kind of goofy. Honestly, I kind of like the trainee outfits better. The just basic running outfit as opposed to let me go run in a dress. Well, I just put a bunch of... You just mind melded with your grandma. Run faster, please. I was gonna say, this is the first run. I'm assuming it's just gonna let me win. Or is it actually gonna be someone random? That outfit makes it so clear. Like, oh, your character. That's your character that you just trained. Man, this would actually, I think, I would learn my numbers in Japanese. So yeah, they do say numbers a lot. Oh man, that's somebody else who ran up in the front there. Yeah, I was gonna say, on the... that's a fun camera angle. I was gonna say, why does the grass look so sad? But this is a mobile game. They put all of the... By the power of... Just using a skill to cheat? Okay. Yeah, that is the whole game in it. It's just... You paid money! Good job! Do it again! Pay more money! Yeah, that would... Yeah, to have the race just be completely shot by like, oh look! Inability! Okay. Great work out there. Oh, that's a button I gotta click in it. All goals achieved. Hell yeah. No more goals. They're all done. All the goals have been achieved. We're good. We're done here. All goals achieved. I'm calling it quits. I'm going to bed. I'm done with this. There was success to be had. All goals achieved. Is there anybody watching me watch this? Watch me watch. You watch me. Also, why? There better not be anybody here. I will be disappointed if anybody's watching me watch this. Because that's what it is. I'm just watching it play. I'm not doing anything. Oh wait, that's me and my channel. Oh wait, that's me and my channel. Okay, good. Nobody's watching me watch this, right? I've successfully scared everybody. I'm waiting for like I'm expecting this to I do see you getting Okay. Wow, that takes a while to update. Okay, so there's the two of us. Just the two of us playing Horse Girl game. But I think I need to go to bed anyway. I don't want to be staying up this late for Horse Girl game. So I'm going to go to bed. I will be back tomorrow to probably do some game development. So you're playing Super Auto Pets. That is a much better use of your time. I am Horse Girl. I am become Horse Girl. I probably will just uninstall this. I was hoping to get through, like... I was hoping to get to the point, like I said, I want to get to the point of unlocking all the menus. And then say, nope, that's good. I'm done. I keep trying. I'm like, I want to understand why people like this. And it just never happens. Okay, but I'm going to bed. Goodbye. Good night. Have fun sleeping. Good luck playing Super Auto Pets. I am gonna come back tomorrow with actual game development, probably. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to rant about Borderlands 4 as well, so we'll see. I'll probably do game development. I gotta fix that bug, as in the bug that has been there the entire time. But goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know why anybody was watching me play this, but I'm glad it seemed to be hardly anybody. Okay. Bye, good night, have fun sleeping, bye, good luck. Bye.